Hi, Euphrase. Thank you so much for taking out the time to share your experience of what you've been learning and being in our 8-week sales mastery course to help another firm owner that might be deciding to work with us here at the Abundant Accountant. But before we dive in, I'd love it if you could share where you're at in the country and what do you specialize in your firm?
Thank you so much, Michelle, for having me. I'm located in Wisconsin, especially in Madison.
Yeah.
My firm, I open a accounting services firm, and I help my client with bookkeeping and taxes.
Lovely. So, with bookkeeping and taxes and having your firm, what was happening in your firm and in your life that made you realize something had to change and that something had to get fixed right away? What were those challenges you were dealing with in your firm when you had reached out to us?
Yes, when I reach out to your firm, your company, I was going through some tough time with my clients. It was really hard for me to really price my services. So all my clients, most of them were really lowballing me, and I was working hard without really uh, get remunerated for what I was
Right.
providing to my client for
So
my
they were
tax services.
lowballing your prices.
My prices, yes,
Yeah.
they were lowballing my prices. So that's why I reach out to you and really need your help to really
Yeah.
figure out how I can handle that issue.
Yeah, how much revenue were you losing and how long had that been going on for?
I was losing. First, I don't know how much I was losing, but I knew I was losing a lot.
Yeah.
And it's over 5 years now when I've started.
Wow.
Yes,
So,
and
go ahead.
the fact that I didn't really know my value. That's what was happening.
Right.
By coming to you, to your firm, you helped me understand how to value our services. Not only that, how to value all the time we have spent for all our education
Yeah.
and with our experience, and see how we can really use that to work with our clients,
Yeah.
especially for the pricing side.
Yeah. And for you were underpricing so much and your clients were lowballing you and you were missing out on so much revenue. What was the biggest emotional cost that you had, or how was that taking effect on your family at home?
Thank you for that question. So, like I was saying, that I was working hard. I was just spending time working without seeing any outcome of my work.
Yeah.
I'm missing my kid, my family, and I spend all the time just working. And
Yeah.
even my wife mentioned it to me, like, we don't see you anymore. What is happening? I'm like, and it's hard to explain the situation to my family.
Yeah.
After going through the tax season, I'm like, I don't know why I spent all this time without knowing what I work on. I mean,
So
so
you were always working, even your
yes,
wife was saying that to you. So
yes.
when you were deciding to enroll in our 8-week sales mastery course, what finally made you say yes to doing it, considering the amount of time you needed to invest in doing this for 2 months? Like, what kind of fears and doubts and hurdles did you have to overcome to say yes to saying, yes, I have to change and this is what I need to do?
I'll use an analogy to explain, to tell you the situation that I found myself in.
Okay.
I think about it as someone dropped me off in the ocean, and I tried to swim, I'm not getting nowhere.
Yeah.
I kept trying to swim. I was tired. I just want to give up. I knew I needed help. I needed help. And
Yeah.
I saw your firm. I saw this big ship that was passing by. And I was waving at you, trying to like, hey, I need help. Help me, help me. Can you help me? So you came and listened to me. and reassure me that you can help me. So that what really made me decided to really learn all the
Yeah.
technique we are teaching us.
Yeah. And so I know you jumped on the ship because you were
Yeah.
drowning in the middle of the ocean, you needed help. But
Mm.
let's say you had a ship to choose. There were three
Yes.
or four different ships in front of you.
Yes.
What made my ship unique, different than other things that you had seen maybe in the past, but you never tried? Or maybe things you tried on your own, but they didn't work. What would you say made the 8 week sales mastery course very unique or very different, um, that really supported you?
Uh, yes. What really first what before I made the decision, like I said before, I was following you for a while.
Yeah.
So it's not just even though it's a quick decision, I was really monitor you, looking on the market to see, okay, we have online, we have a lot of people who say that they can help, really help you. And just speaking with Denise for a few minutes, I'm like, whoa, this make more sense. The way your approach to my issue, your approach to showing us our value. We start from there. That it's like you really listen to us. You basically you speak our language. We always say that accounting and tax language is a language. Like you
Yeah.
listen to us. So we felt I felt heard. So I'm
Yeah.
like, oh wow, this makes sense. So that's the reason why I really try to embrace your course. I liked your course, and I'm still on my baby step, but I
Yeah.
believe I'm progressing. I'm
Yeah.
now confident to really discuss price with my client without being
Yeah.
shy or no. I can see something awakening in me.
Yeah, it definitely is awakened in you for sure. So I know a lot before too, you just kind of relied on your own ways, your own ideas. How has the 8 week sales mastery course been different for you in executing the work and the homework we've given you to, get maybe some different results now because now you're
Yes,
charging more and you're asking for the sale.
yes.
Maybe you can share a little bit about that on how you're embracing this way versus just doing what you relied on before, which was your own way.
So before I'll start with account receivable.
Okay.
Before I'll just wait for my client to pay me whenever they can pay me.
Yeah.
Actually, it's when I was talking to you, it's when I realized that, whoa, I have a, I have an account receivable here, and actually you challenge me. You say, hey, you guys need to start calling your clients. So I start
Yeah.
calling them. So I get my payment back. Some of them, one client, I have to write off uh,
How
their,
much in total did you collect of your AR? So how
it's
much
about,
total AR did you have and how much
I,
did you collect?
I started with 8,000. I collect over 5,000. And
Great.
yes, I collect over 5,000. So
And in the
now
past, would you have done
before,
that?
no, I'm just shy to, so yeah, I'll put it this way. In my culture, we don't directly talk about money.
Right.
I think that maybe where I'm coming from. But even though I work with numbers, I work with monies.
Hmm.
Every time my client owe me, I don't really ask. And I don't even get them pay me before I start. It's what I really learned from your course. Like, hey, you need to pay me before I start your work, before I touch your work. Instead of working hard and spending all this time, spending not only my time, my experience, even for taxes. Sometimes we pay before we file our taxes.
Yeah.
So that's not make sense. So I really learned that hey, for our client, you need to sign our engagement letter. Why will we get a payment for you before we start working on
Yeah.
your
And Euphrase, what would you share with other firm owners that also might be dealing with the way that their culture is? There's different cultures where we don't talk about money, we don't ask for the money. There's I've seen this with 4 or 5 different cultures. What would you say to another firm owner that's maybe part of your culture, or one that has a similar way about dealing with money and with their clients. What would you share with them now that you've seen a way that has worked for you, where it feels good and it doesn't feel like you're totally going against the way that you were, grown up around talking about money?
the money. Yeah, so I can tell my any other firm out there, especially any firm in accounting or tax industry,
Yes.
uh, what I learned all the practice, all the method I'm learning with the abundant accountant courses are best tool. They are the best in the market to really help you to know your value. First, you need to know where you are coming from, know your value to help you express, to teach, to help you really show that value to your clients
Yeah.
and ask for what they should have been paying you and get paid even upfront before that. So
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot of stuff. I still learning. I believe I'll keep learning, and
Yeah,
I'm
you're
telling
just
you,
in the
this course is
beginning.
the best. Yes, this course is one of the best in the market. This program is one of the best in the market. So I'll really advise you to reach out to them to help you and let them help you with your business, no matter who you are.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. And what would you say about what's now possible, Euphrase, on the other side? Now that you've seen this new perspective, it aligns with you from a cultural perspective.
Yeah.
You've seen the results. You've collected $5,000 of your accounts receivable. You've asked for the money. You're getting engagement letters signed before you even do the work. You're getting payments now before you do the work. What would you say is now possible being on the other side of the program and into the future of your firm?
So I believe going through this course now, I'll be able to quickly not only revise the price or the rate of all my
Yes.
former client, all my current clients. I'm able from now on be able to discuss my services and get paid before I start the work. Not only get paid, get well paid. So I believe in a short period, I'll be doing this full time and hopefully I'll be just working for myself.
Yes, that would be lovely. And Euphraise, before we wrap up, what would you
Yeah.
say to another firm owner who's serious about growing their firm, but
Mhm.
unsure whether they should take this leap? What would you say to another firm owner right now, like pretending you were watching this 3 months ago? What would you say to that firm owner who's really serious about growing their firm, but is really unsure whether they should take the leap?
Thank you for that question. Uh, so if you are in accounting or tax businesses and you are having any issue of how to price your services, how
Yeah.
to manage your clients, I'll advise you to not wait that long. Reach out to the abundant accountant firm. They will help you. They will help you with any issue dealing with your clients. They will give you that confidence. They will help you grow that confidence in you to be able to handle any objections, to be able to price all your service and to be happy about what you are doing.
Yeah. How
That's
do you
what I
feel
can.
now compared to where you felt 2 months ago?
I'm on the freedom boat now. I believe I'm free and I know what I want. I can set up my goal and really express all my value to my client and help them out because they need our help.
Yeah. And how does your wife feel about things lately?
Oh, she's happy now. I'm not working crazy hours now. Even if I work after 5, I go back, spend time with my wife before I
Good.
come back to my work.
Love it. Well, thank you so much, Euphraise, for sharing your experience with others who might be considering enrolling in the 8-week sales mastery course. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.